right, we're back here on PALS TV, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's been a lot of fun this week already. We have a great lineup again today. So thank you for continuing to join us here. This morning, we're going to start out in Steubenville, and we've been doing some virtual tours and actually on location tours. And today we're going to be on location again. So looking forward to that segment. Heading over to Heath, join our friends there and doing some gaming with Gary. Columbus will have Professor Phil in his weird science class. Heading over to or outside the lines, playing some games there to start the afternoon, then finishing our day with our final segment with Scott King from Gallia. So we really appreciate all of these segments and appreciate you for continuing to join us here on PALS TV. So this morning we're starting over in Steubenville, heading over there and joining Amanda for another live tour. So live from Steubenville, we have Amanda.
Hi guys, good to see everyone again. So I'm here at Valley Converting. I'm going to flip my camera forward and you can see where we're at. We're at Valley Converting in Toronto, Ohio. And we are going to be touring the facility with Mike.
How you doing? He's
going to take us through and he's going to show us how they go about doing the recycling of paper products into cardboard. All right, so let's follow Mike.
This is called our paper recycling center. You get paper scrap. We make back legal pattern paper, book pattern paper, back. That's what we make. 100% recyclable. All we use is scrap paper. We got two avenues of scrap paper. We get out front here with the big trucks will come. They'll just dump their paper and we push it in. Or just general people come and they turn their paper in. We pay them about 3 cents a pound, $60 a ton. What this guy here is doing, this is one avenue, and all the bales that you'll see in there are we buy from scrap. We get real big trucks that come in that's bringing bales of paper. That's our product is made out of all this scrap paper. Right now, he's just pushing this paper into this conveyor. The conveyor will go up, it'll go right into our beef. He's just feeding that. Now, what we're standing on is a big scale. That truck out there, that blue truck, it was just in here. What he does is he pulls onto here, say he weighs 40,000 pounds. He'll go up there, he'll dump his paper, and we reweigh him again, say he weighs 30,000 pounds. And we know there's 10,000 pounds of paper on there. We give him a slip for 10,000 pounds of paper. Now, in his case, at the end of the month, we write them a check. So that's how we deal with the bigger companies. Everybody else, we give them cash and they show up. This one part of the process right here. Go right up into that, ready to the beater. All right, that's step one. Right, now we're going to walk. Now, this is the bales that we have. These are all the bales we buy from scrap dealers. These come on big semi-trucks. That's what a truck looks like. It's going to come in, and all he's going to do is dump all their paper out front. Now, these are all the bales we use. This is our product we use to make our product. All right? So, we're going to turn around over here. Yes. Up in that corner, that's the paper that's coming in to the feeder. All right? So I'll take it coming in. This is called a big feeder. all, what it's doing is going around, goes down, it's a big rotor, it's a big blender. So all it's going to do is take all this paper and go beat it up into a pulp. And all we're doing, we add dirty water we already processed. It's going to go around. Now you're going to see styrofoam in there. You're going to see plastic bags. We have cleaning equipment to get the bags and stuff out. Styrofoam is not friendly to us. That can go through all of our cleaning equipment, and it causes like wet spots in the sheet. We try to get the styrofoam out as much as possible before we go in. If we try to get it out before it even goes in, but sometimes these boxes, we put it in the box, we don't see it until it's too late.
Like a big mixing bowl.
Yep. A big blender that looks. All this stuff is going to get beat down. It'll be sucked down and then pumped upstairs as stock. Cool. So this is not good. That's styrofoam. We don't like styrofoam. But all this stuff, now minus the plastics and stuff, you can see how much garbage we got in here. But when it gets down to it, this is the stuff that we want, the fiber. All this fiber, not minus all the plastic. Now the one thing I want you guys to see is, now all this stuff I can grab by my hand. Okay? I can grab it by my hand. When we get down on the machine, it can be totally the opposite. It can be mostly water. And all this can be fine fiber. You're going to see. Mike's going to show you that. That's what it looks like. So our paper we get in, it has a lot of contaminants. Unfortunately, once we go through this, our stuff looks good in the landfill. Well, the paper in that is recycled.
So then that means it's super important for folks when they're recycling to make sure that they clear out all the plastics and styrofoam.
Definitely,
right?
it helps us.
Okay.
Now up here you can see this is another screen. We have screens downstairs. Okay. This basically our stock goes through there and it gets all the contaminants. You can see of all the bales we're bringing in. Sometimes we get a lot of. Now it's going to kick on and start spitting out. We put the screens so all the stock will go through and hopefully all the contaminants will not. Here's the part that styrofoam can still make it through, but sometimes it doesn't. But it'll start spitting out plastics and stuff.
Okay. I see it's starting to kick some stuff out up at the top.
And all this goes out to a dumpster out back and goes right to the landfill.
Here it all comes.
That's not good stuff. None of this helps us. We just get rid of it. That all came out of the paper we got. Now we're going to walk. What we're going to go to, this is the end of the machine where our finished product is. And we're going to walk past that. We're going to go all the way down to the wet end where we actually formed the sheet from that stock that you saw in that big beater. We're going to walk down. where we make it. This is Mike Long. Mike Long will show you. This is all the stuff that came from upstairs. This is what it's like out at the theater. Okay, that's the consistency of it out there.
Kind of looks like oatmeal.
They've added a lot of water to it. This is 96% water, 4% fiber. These shoulders are covered up with stainless steel wire mesh, like this. It allows the water to go through and trap that fiber behind.
So the fibers catch the mesh then, and
The water goes through and leaves the fiber behind.
okay.
That will push it down on that fabric, and it sticks to it like this.
Okay.
Okay. We have 8 cylinders, so we get 8 plies. There's your sheet of paper.
Okay. Pretty cool. I never knew that. That's how you make your different pies.
There's your first layer. Hand color, that's your first layer.
So as it goes through, it makes more layers on the paper to make it thicker.
Taking all the water out. It goes up around that roll. That roll squeezes out the water. You hear that noise you hear is a big vacuum. It's like a wet and dry vacuum. It's sucking that water up. And that roll squeezes out. Okay, now here, what water is squeezed into the pan? Fabric is dry, and we can do it again here. Squeeze it out, the water out of the paper. As it leaves that tip, that fabric works like a sponge and sucks the water up that is squeezed out. Try it again.
Yeah, I got hit by a water drop.
Here, fabric goes back that way, and back this way. The paper is on its own.
Okay. I was gonna say it's really warm in here. You can definitely feel the heat.
Just start warming it up a little bit. You hit it with steel hot fire first. You feel it. And that's how the water will escape. Now you're going to bring it up slowly. Otherwise, that water that's trapped inside can't get out when it gets real hot. It's all, this paper is being dried at all times. It's being wrapped around the dryer. Now the bad part is everything's good now. It's going all over the cutter. So if something happens to that sheet and it breaks, all that paper that's on there has to go one place. It goes down in that pit. These guys have to cut down underneath those dryers, roll all that paper up, and all this heat, throw it out here, put it in that part, until here, all the way back out to the start. Okay, so start there. We do not like pits. As a company, we want paper to go in the box. These guys will take paper out of the box much easier to come down here, especially during the summertime when it's really hot. Right there, that's our paper. It's coming off. That stack right there is smooth the seat out, press the seat, and it comes up to here. This is all finished product right here. Going into our cutter. Right here, the big knife. That knife is going around. Every time it comes around, that sheet's going in, it's cutting it. Out here, you got the right length. Up top, you got the center, on top of it. Right now, our sheet's coming out. These guys are going to pull that sheet out. We're going to put it over here and stack it on the skid. Right now, this is the bad stuff. Right now. Sometimes we have problems. They'll throw it on the ground. They'll basically throw it in the hopper. But the other stuff, we're going to grab, stack it on the skid. So throw it on the skid. You have to throw it on the stuff. It's nice and smooth on it. These two guys will do this for 1 hour. And they'll rotate off. 2 more guys will come on for an hour. 4 guys. You can pull 8,000 pounds an hour. So in 1 hour, part of those guys will probably pull 4,000 pounds of paper. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of paper. Over here, finished product looks like. Wrap it, plastic, protected. You band it, hold it tight so when it ships, it stays tight. That's our mill. We also have a converting operation. Stuff like this, the white tag, that's all those little rocks will get cut down into make rolls. What we're going to do with these rolls, we'll take them across the street, put them together. You get a real big piece of cardboard. The best example of that is the hardback book or a puzzle. Now we get out of our puzzle. And we use that as this guy here is around the kitchen. He's all the area out. Really the place to truck up there. Our shipping and receiving area. So the truck comes in, this is what the bales would look like that we buy for our raw material. Then we basically unload here. We also load and ship out from here on truck. But what we put our paper on all the time is pallets. So we go around the corner. There's some pallets that we buy that are the same size. So we buy those from an outside company, but we have other pallets that are specially made. They're made in here. But in here is our carpet. They're making pallets. That's what our paper goes on top of the pallet. We need that. We buy the wood and we make them ourselves. So that was the mill. We also have the converting operation over here, the building here, and a building next to where I work. But just to give you an idea, my dad moved here in 1971, so a long time ago. My dad worked at the mill here about a year and a half. I was about 3 years old, 50 now, 47 years ago. But they ended up firing my dad after about a year and a half. So he sat there, cried about it a little bit. He had 6 kids, he was in his 40s. Came across the street and bought Valley Converting for $10,000, 1973. He built that business up until this mill went bankrupt. No one wanted the mill. No one thought I could be successful. Except my dad. He got borrowed $300,000 in 1988, bought the mill for $300,000. And he from there came Valley Converting, manufacturing and converter, and now second generation. My dad had 3 years ago. Now second generation.
Wow.
So the best part about it is that my dad ended up buying a company that fired him. So we always like to talk about that. Just to give you an idea about our costs, like our gas bill is about $30,000 a month, and our electric bill is about $60,000 a month. Just to run the place there. So it's always interesting for people to know that our electric bill is that high. And we spend a lot of money on scrap paper too, all depending on how the market is. But that's what we do now. Like I said, back in the legal pad paper, notepads. Sometimes it's just to put a sheet on a pallet, like a row of dog food, another piece of our paper, just to give him some the pallet some protection and strength. There's many reasons, many different areas to make our product work. A lot of times we don't even know. We just put the size and get it out. We ship all across the country. California, we ship down to Texas, we ship up to Portland, Oregon, a lot in the Midwest, we go on to the East Coast. But it all goes out by truck. We ship all across the United States. Usually we have about 10.5 million sales a year. We're quite busy. Right now we're a little slow. Everything is going on with Corona and all that. But hopefully things will pick up. We have a little under about 40 employees. The mill runs 24 hours a day, burning like 7 to 3. We do have about 40 employees that are families that I have to worry about. Try to take care of them.
Now, when we were in there, we saw the rolls of paper. How much do those rolls typically weigh?
Those rolls are probably about 4,500 to 5,000 pounds, bigger ones.
Wow.
The roll itself is weighs about 8,000 pounds. Then we always cut it into two.
Okay.
An elevator can't bring up a medium roll. It's either a 52, 27, or 40. Yeah, like I said, we make about 8,000 pounds an hour. We're on a good day, make 8,000 pounds. So, but a lot of it is still heavy lifting.
Definitely a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter on the size of the guy. What the guy's hurt. He wants the job. It's a hard job. Once you get used to it, it's a lot easier. Getting them newer guys, younger guys, getting them to that point takes a little effort. But it's a hard job. But I believe I take care of it really well. Most of my things are very happy.
Now, how important is, I know at our locations, we're always stressing safety. How important is safety here? What are some things you guys do for safety?
Always with. It's very important. We saw that moving scenery. There's a lot of nit points. So therefore, we do a lot of kids, guys that are hurt. Housekeeping is specific. We were walking around, okay, walking down the hallway. But we do safety. We have safety meetings once a month. Safety consultants, training, steel toe shoes. I'm wearing glasses. There's ear protection required in the mill. I think yes, we have to take care of all that for those guys who are here.
Absolutely.
Very easy to get something in your eye, or something to drum with your foot. So those are automatic things.
Absolutely. Do you guys have any questions? I'm going to look through and see if I see anyone with their hand raised. Hold on. Let me unmute you, Kristen. Let me see. Trying to unmute you, Miss Chris. Participants. There we go. Hold on. I figured out how to unmute you now.
Hi. Me and my mom usually recycle our stuff in recycling, and we just make sure there's no tobacco in the bottles and make sure there's no foam. So I usually do my part of recycling.
Yeah, you make sure you take all the stuff out that should be in there, huh?
Yep.
We appreciate it. Makes it much easier for us.
So guys,
Yep,
if anyone, raise your hand if you know or remember, what are some things they don't want in the paper that's being returned or being brought to be recycled? What are some things they don't want? See, let me scroll through, see if I see anyone.
Paper bags.
Paper
Plastic
bags?
bags.
Well, paper bags are good. You can return paper bags.
I mean, plastic bags.
Oh, plastic bags, right. They don't want plastic bags in there. What are some other things, Caitlin?
I don't, Styrofoam.
Styrofoam, that's right. They don't want styrofoam in there. No plastics, basically, or styrofoam. It mucks up the work. All right, so okay, Caitlin, okay, hold on. I see you again. I see you got a question.
Yeah, next time, can you go to make newspaper?
Can we what?
Next time I make newspaper.
Oh, newspaper. Well, I don't know if we got a newspaper place around here. They get newspaper in their recycling, though. Yeah, they recycle them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One of our newspapers around the area, Mike just said, is the Herald Star. So they bring their recycling here. Anybody else have anything? Oh, hold on. I thought I saw a hand.
It's me.
Okay, what's up, Miss Jessica?
Hey.
Do you have a question?
I ain't been that place before. I don't know. I like those boards right there in the front.
Oh, the doors in the front. You think you might have been here before?
I think my mom's boyfriend was there once.
Oh, yeah?
I think.
You think? Okay, well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, another question. How important is it for us to be recycling and, you know, recycle our paper?
I think it's like period for cans and all that. I recycle everything in my house. Anything you do not go to the landfill is going to benefit the earth. For our sake, we can recycle with different counties. All that paper comes here. All that paper comes here. If you're recycling your paper in different counties, you're actually providing, helping provide us jobs for the family. And also, paper that comes here in hours, once we dump it in hours, the cardboard goes somewhere across the United States to help another manufacturer out or another company out. So I think it's very important to recycle for environmentally and also for us financially to help be able to help the community to get back to the community Valley converting. But if there's many of that, you don't have the product.
Right. All right, well, let me put myself forward. Thank you, Mike, for coming to talk with us. And
take care. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, we'll talk to Mike in a little bit. I'm going to walk with you guys. And
we're good then?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So I'm going to walk with you guys and just find out a little bit. What were your thoughts on the paper mill? What did you guys think? What parts did you like? What parts did you not like? Let's see here. I'm trying to look for anyone with any kind of thoughts. What were some things you liked and some things you didn't like? So I can tell you, you guys couldn't experience it. I couldn't really talk a whole lot in there because it was so loud, is when you're in the paper mill and you're by those big rolls of paper where we were, it is very, very hot inside of there. It's constantly a temperature. You ever go outside in the summertime and it's really hot and muggy and, you know, just miserable to be outside? So that's what it's like when you're around the rolls that are rolling the paper. Kristen, hold on. I see you got a question. Let's see about getting you unmuted. I see your hand raised. I'm trying. Oh, Miss Kristen, Miss Kristen. Phone is not friendly. Kristen, where are you at?
Hey.
Hi.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Well, when I go to a pizza shop like Ray's or Danimar's, their ovens are like real hot.
Yeah, pizza ovens are pretty hot. And I tried to show you guys as much as I could in there too. Those rollers that we saw earlier, those great big ones, those are, the way they feed through, it looks like a giant printer. So when he was talking about things getting stuck and jammed, if you guys can imagine a huge printer like the size of your house, if you can imagine that, getting your printer jammed like that. So when he talked about the paper ripping, that takes a lot of work and it falls to the bottom. Like he said, they've got to have guys go underneath, but it takes a lot of work to get that paper unjammed and unstuck. I know how frustrated I get in the office when my paper in the copier gets jammed. I can't imagine doing that job. It is definitely a hot, dirty job.
My mom was from Toronto.
Your mom was from Toronto? That's cool.
She grew up there.
Oh, did she? Wow. That's pretty cool, CJ. Caitlin? So have you been here before to Valley Converting?
No.
No? Well, you know, it's just something we got to deal with sometimes. But I really enjoyed going through this with you. And, you know, I'm glad we got to talk about how important it is to recycle. because, you know, that's what saves our environment and what keeps everything going. And I see Aaron on here. Aaron, what'd you think?
I loved it. And we went to T-Town, went to the Gem City and hung out there.
Yep.
Shout out to Bonnie for her hometown. That is very true.
We got Mama G's Pizza over there. You can go to Mama G's Pizza if you're
Is Iggy's closed?
No, Iggy's is still open. We still got Iggy's in Toronto.
Amanda, what does the paper mill smell like? I know I've been to paper mills or the recycling.
It smells like wet cardboard. You ever, you know, you're outside and that cardboard gets wet and gunky? It just, wet cardboard permeates everything out here. My dad's actually worked here for about 30 years, and you know, that's kind of the smell I associate with him when he comes home, you know, that wet cardboard mill smell.
That's great. Fantastic.
I'm actually sitting on the bed of his truck right now to finish talking to you guys.
I mean, that's the beautiful part about Toronto, too. It's a very proud city. So many
Absolutely.
From there. My brother-in-law is from Toronto, so I'm very well aware of that tradition and just
You're used to the Toronto mill smell then.
Yeah. And Ty Met on the other side with the titanium.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of industry in that area. And
it is. Something he didn't say, a lot of the water they use for their paper manufacturing, they actually pull from the Ohio River that's 2 blocks away, not even.
And that was the beauty of a lot of those industries in that area. They really utilized the river. You know, that's where you saw the steel mills, the
Absolutely.
now obviously paper mills, because water is so valuable. And you know, we saw it in our history lessons, and we just see it in the world today still. So, great tour, Amanda.
Thank you. I'm glad to take you guys on it. Got a little bit more appreciation for the piece of paper on the back of your legal pad or something like that now, seeing all the work that goes into it. Yeah,
and you think twice about throwing it away again.
Right?
Like, should I really be throwing this in the garbage right now? Or
Recycle, save our planet.
Please, save our planet. All right. Well, that was live from Toronto, Ohio, with our segment with Amanda this morning. Great start.
Thanks, guys.
All right, everyone. Well, taking a short break and coming back live from Heath, Ohio, and hanging out with our friend Gary. So come back and join us here soon. Amanda, enjoy your weekend. See you back.
You guys too. Have a good weekend.